Let's go! Bernard, any reaction? Any reaction?
So if you go past five rounds, it's a wrap.
It wasn't the guy knew so many people, bro. The overhand right. Jake's got a tough chin, dude. I think he does whatever he wants after this. He just has such big balls, dude. He had to keep moving. That was the only strategy. People are gonna say he ran around the ring. They don't know. They don't understand fucking boxing.
He showed a ton of heart, right?
Ton of heart.
Just let me know your thoughts on Jake going 6 rounds with AJ.
You know, the fact that he did that, it was good because you know we didn't think it was going to go 6 rounds. We thought it was going to go 2. So the fact that he made 6 rounds is an accomplishment for Jake Paul.
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if he's how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Right. Were you, I don't know, impressed by anything Jake did? Maybe getting, I mean, he took a right hands the heavyweights have taken and...
Don't mind me. Just smoking on that Jake Paul pack. Honestly, Jake Paul, trash. Tommy Fury, trash.
Knocks out Jake Paul in the 6th round. He had multiple knockdowns throughout this fight. A little bit of a weird, scrappy fight. Even the referee had to pause the fight in about the 4th round and say, listen, the fans didn't come to pay for this crap. And Joshua handles Jake the business, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
What up, brother? What'd you think, brother?
I can't say Jake Paul don't got heart, bro.
Wow, incredible, right? I mean, he kept taking the right hands, the left hooks. What did you think?
You can't say Jake Paul don't got heart, bro.
What's good, bro? You the old guy now. That's crazy. Hey, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This 4 round? You've lost every single one of them. You've lost every single round.
Was it a little too long to get done, or?
When you fight someone like that, who moves around a lot, then you have to try and pick your moments, pick your shots.
Yeah.
That's what he did. So congratulations to Joshua.
Man, and credit.
Rugby tackling you, but he had to do what he had to do to survive, and he did that. So you know, it's very difficult to go in like, you know, out of the ring for 14 months and just be razor sharp with a guy running. And so yeah, probably 2 or 3 rounds more than expected.
Nah, Jake is tough. He's tough. He's tough. But the first couple shots didn't land clean. The last one landed clean.
Where does Jake go from here?
Like he said, he need a rest. Take some time off. Enjoy the fruits of his labor.
What you want about Jake Paul, but that boy is a real showman. He got some real clean hits on, but I'm not gonna lie, what really got him down bad was the fact that he got gas, bro. That was really it. He got so gassed. But one thing I think this fight did is it gained him a little bit more respect amongst the boxing community.
The real shock isn't how it ended, it's how close chaos came before the inevitable collapse. Everyone expected this to be over in 2 rounds. It wasn't, and that's where everything went wrong. Stay right here because the reason why changes everything. Before the opening bell even rang, boxing insiders were already locking in their predictions. What they said sounded insane at the time, until the fight began to unfold in real time. One man claimed Jake Paul would put Anthony Joshua to sleep. Another said Joshua would end Jake's career, maybe his life. And one of those men was dead wrong for a terrifying reason. Tyson Fury was the first to throw gasoline on the fire. He went public and detonated the internet by declaring that Jake Paul would knock Anthony Joshua out cold. No debate, no hesitation. He even put £1 million behind it. That single statement flipped the entire narrative. And Fury's confidence wasn't random. Wait until you hear what Fury saw that no one else did. He didn't just back Jake Paul. He dismantled Anthony Joshua. calling him a spent force while describing Paul as a fighter on the rise. Heavier, bulkier, and more dangerous than ever. That wasn't analysis. That was psychological warfare. That was bait. And AJ heard every word. Then Alexander Usyk sliced through the hype with a line colder than anything said before it. If Anthony Joshua wants, he will kill this guy. Not beat him. Not outbox him. Kill him. Usyk compared Joshua to a Rolls-Royce and Jake Paul to a Fiat. That wasn't trash talk. That was a warning. Because one mistake changes careers. One clean shot changes lives. A single shot ends careers. And that's why people were genuinely afraid of this fight. Deontay Wilder didn't just pick sides. He suggested the whole thing felt almost scripted. That statement alone shook the foundation of the event. Weight difference. Star power. Money. That's how you manufacture danger. Wilder reminded everyone. This wasn't Jake Paul fighting retired legends. This was his first time against an active, real professional. Suddenly, it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't cute anymore. This was reality punching back. David Haye took it even further. He warned that Joshua could cause horrendous, lasting damage. The kind that doesn't fade once the paycheck clears. He begged for a compassionate referee, because if AJ traps Jake on the ropes, it could literally be his last day on earth. That wasn't hype. That was fear. Conor Benn respected Jake's courage, but his mind immediately went to one thought. Have the ambulance ready. Then he paused and added, maybe, just maybe, there's a 10% chance. That 10%, that's what keeps people glued to the screen. That 10%, that's what sells fights. That 10%, that's exactly how legends fall. Roy Jones Jr. cut through the speculation with cold truth. You don't outbox Anthony Joshua. You gamble your life on one home run shot. Joshua has trained for this since childhood. Jake hasn't. And confidence won't close that gap. Roy added that Jake knows AJ has been down before. And that belief is dangerous. It convinces you that miracles are repeatable. But here's the brutal question. If you struggled against Tommy Fury, how do you beat Anthony Joshua? Joshua? Lennox Lewis made it simple. This should be easy work for AJ. And when legends agree, history usually follows. Eddie Hearn admitted it openly. No sane boxer would turn this down. Too much money. Too much exposure. Too little risk for Joshua. Hearn laid it out bluntly. The plan was to knock Jake out as fast as possible, because anything else would be a disaster. Going the distance? Embarrassing. Losing? Catastrophic. Surviving somehow? Still wouldn't make Jake the winner. And here's the twist nobody wants to admit. Jake Paul didn't win the fight, but he won something else. In the next update, you'll see exactly why this loss might have changed boxing forever. Because this loss didn't damage Jake Paul's brand, it upgraded it. And that's what has promoters terrified right now. He didn't win on the scorecards. He won attention. And attention, that's the real championship belt. Jake Paul proved you don't need to dominate to survive the spotlight. You just need to last long enough for doubt to creep in. 6 rounds. 6 rounds were the crack in the armor, and cracks? That's where revolutions start. Boxing purists hate this part. But the numbers don't lie. More eyeballs, more controversy, more money. Suddenly, the sport has a problem. Can't punch away the narrative because now every fighter sees the blueprint. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be brave enough to step in. And brave enough keeps the cameras rolling. Here's the part nobody's saying out loud yet. Jake Paul lost to Anthony Joshua and still walked out more powerful than half the division. That scares champions. That scares promoters. That scares the entire old guard. And behind closed doors, the conversations have already shifted. Bigger names, bigger risks, bigger paydays. Because if Jake can survive AJ, who's really off limits anymore? This is where boxing quietly changes. Merit takes a back seat. Momentum takes the wheel. The next matchup you hear rumored? It's going to sound impossible because this fight proved one thing beyond a shadow of a doubt. The line between spectacle and sport is officially gone. And once that line disappears, there's no going back. So when the next announcement drops, don't act surprised. When another undefeated record gets dangled in front of Jake Paul, don't blink. because the machine has tasted blood. And in the next breakdown, I'm exposing the exact opponent being discussed right now. Not the one they want you to expect. The one they hope you won't see coming.
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if he's how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Right. Were you, I don't know, impressed by anything Jake did? Maybe getting, I mean, he took a right hand to heavyweights have taken and